I just started my fourth year contract as an assistant language teacher here in Japan under the JET program. And here are at least 5 things I wish someone told me before starting this job. Yahoo! Welcome back if you're new here. My name is Pat, the ugly expat in Japan. I'm really grateful for this opportunity because I get to live in Japan for the second time, experience the culture some more, meet new people, and grow in ways I never expected. But at the same time, it's not perfect. So if you're planning to apply as an assistant language teacher here in Japan, or if you're already on your way here, I hope this helps you prepare. The first one is alienation. There will be moments when you feel like you don't fully belong. You're part of the school, but you're not fully inside it. There will be conversations you don't understand, decisions you weren't informed about, and moments when you feel a little left behind. And it's not always intentional. That's just the reality of being in a different country, different language, and different system. One good example is, in my case, I work at 5 different schools, and I don't always stay in one school like for consecutive days. There are some days I go to a different one, and when I go back to school A, I don't know what's already going on, and I go there in smart casual clothes, but teachers were actually required to be in business attire. So that's one good example of this kind of situation. Nobody will inform you. Everyone expects you to be always in the know, always in the loop of things. So that's one thing that you have to be prepared for before working as an English teacher here in Japan. And one good remedy is to always learn the language. You don't have to be very fluent at it or be like at a native level. Having the basic knowledge of the Japanese language would take you a long way. And I admit that even if I came here as an international student like years ago, I still am not that fluent, or my level is not really that high yet. But somehow, the basic knowledge that I have has helped me forge somewhat a good relationship with my Japanese coworkers. So what helped me even just a little was learning Japanese. Not even fluency, just enough to open conversations, to understand context, and to feel a bit more connected. Now, the second thing is, people are friendly, but that doesn't mean you're friends with them. Before working here in Kyoto, I already had 1 year experience teaching as an ALT in Osaka, and my supervisor back then advised and reminded us to act friendly towards our students and our coworkers, but we don't assume that we are already friends with them. Of course, your Japanese coworkers will be kind towards you. Your students will smile at you, greet you, or even laugh at you. But there's still that level of distance because in Japan, relationships take time. So be warm, be respectful, be approachable, but don't assume closeness too quickly. Let things grow naturally. And also, when we talk about the level of closeness, especially when you're just starting at your school, I would highly suggest you avoid addressing your students with chan, kun, those endearments, because even with Japanese teachers, I remember some of the students back then, they felt disgusted. I don't know if it's the best word to use, but when the teachers address them with kun, for example, Shota-kun, Hina-chan, those, I heard some students, they said like, oh, kimoi. They felt somehow disgusted when the teachers use those endearments with them. So since we are foreigners, basically, we may be still considered outsiders, so we should avoid using those endearments to our students because, again, in Japan, relationships take time to grow. Don't assume closeness too quickly. Now, the third one is something that you might not expect. In Japan, as a foreign worker, as a foreign teacher, you are always being observed. Whether you like it or not, you are seen as a role model by your students, by your teachers, sometimes even by the community. The way you dress, the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, it all matters. And it's not about losing who you are, but understanding the environment you are in. One example that I can give in relation to this is that I've noticed that some of my coworkers from other countries, not non-Filipino coworkers, of course, they are very expressive with, what or who they are. They show their tattoos, they dye their hair using like bright colors. I have nothing against those, and some even have like multiple ear piercings, nose piercings, whatnot. And again, I have nothing against those. In fact, I am jealous because they have the guts to do those. But I've noticed that with my fellow Filipino ALTs here, we tend to avoid those things because in Japanese work culture, those are seen as big no-nos. So for us Filipino ALTs, we somehow would like to stay on the safe side to keep our jobs. We don't express ourselves artistically that much through the show of visible tattoos, piercings, hair color, and whatnot. But I had to admit, there was one time I dyed my hair. It was just, dark brown because I've noticed that there are a lot of strands of gray hair growing. So I had my hair dyed. But one of my Japanese coworkers noticed the change of my hair color, and he branded me as a Yankee. And in Japan, Yankees are known to be like not so good elements of society. They're like those delinquents that you see in different countries. So yeah, that was really funny and I felt really conscious. So after that incident, I no longer dyed my hair. But as I've said, I'm really jealous when I see my coworkers from other countries who have the guts to be more expressive of themselves. But if you don't want to lose your job, remember that you are seen as a role model, and even if the students might praise you for being so cool with your tattoo, your piercings, the parents and the faculty members of the school might think otherwise. And of course, we don't, as ALTs, we don't just have to appeal to the students, we also have to make sure that we have good working relationships with the adults. So yeah, take note of that one. Now let's go to the fourth one I wished someone told me before working as an assistant language teacher. It's about job security. For those of you who are familiar with the JET program or the Japan Exchange and Teaching Program here in Japan, this job is limited to 5 years. We get to be contracted for 5 years if our evaluations are good, our feedback from our coworkers and supervisors are also good. But there's a limit, 5 years. And if you are under a private dispatch company, that's more troublesome, I believe, because placements are not permanent. Positions are not permanent as well. So working for a private company may be more unstable. So again, contracts change, the placements change, and there are different dispatch companies here in Japan who try to bid for positions. The lower their offers are, the more chances of getting contracts. So the pay is also a little bit problematic. So one thing I wish I did earlier was to set myself up for whatever comes next. Not in a stressful way, but just being intentional with my time here. And now we're down to our last thing. So here's the fifth thing I wished someone told me before working as an assistant language teacher here in Japan. And it is the fact that you are not the main teacher. So again, as an ALT, basically from the word assistant, you will just be helping the main teacher. And there are some Japanese English teachers who don't know how to work with foreign teachers. So there are instances you might feel you are underutilized. In some instances, you might just be standing in a corner of the room, or you might be used as a human recorder. You will pronounce some words, then you let students repeat after you. For me, since I am not really an education major, I am not a licensed teacher by profession, I don't really see that as a big problem because I know where I stand. I'm just an assistant. But in order for me to have that sense of fulfillment in this job, I somehow go an extra mile. Like I try to open up conversations with students during vacant time, after school, during breaks, try to talk to them just to give them more opportunities to use the English language. And also, I join club activities because that's also a good chance for us to converse with students. So yeah, the last one is probably the most common thing that most ALTs face here in Japan. Feeling underutilized and feeling like just a human recorder. So, if you were an ALT, would you feel bad if you are underutilized in classes? Let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, I think it can feel frustrating sometimes, but over time I realized that my value isn't always being in control. Sometimes it's just our presence at our schools, our energy, our effort, the small moments that we create with our students. Those things matter more than you think. Even with all of these challenges, I would still choose this path again and again. Not because it's easy, but because it has helped me grow. It taught me patience, adaptability, and how to find my place even when it's not given to me. So if you're planning to apply as an assistant language teacher here in Japan, I hope that these 5 things didn't discourage you. So if you're planning to apply as an assistant language teacher here in Japan, whether it's under the JET program or other private dispatch companies, I hope that these 5 things didn't discourage you. These are just to prepare you. And if you're already an ALT here in Japan, what were some of the things you wish you knew before starting your job here? Let's help each other out in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Mata ne!